Well, hello and welcome. We're glad to have you with us watching live. Today, we're going to be discussing how to optimize your website for maximum conversion. Our aim is to ensure that when visitors get to your site, they're compelled to either call you, chat with you, book an appointment with you, leading to the highest possible conversion rates. We found out that your website's ability to convert can make all the difference between your website and marketing not performing and your website and marketing performing really well. So here's what we're going to cover. This isn't going to be a super technical workshop. We're going to cover are the strategies that have been well researched, tested, and proven to increase the conversion rates of auto repair shops' websites on the internet. To be specific, what we mean by conversion rate is how do you convert more of the potential customers that are already coming to your website into book jobs. My main objective, my true purpose for today's session is for you to be set up for massive success going into 2025 and beyond. Now, let me introduce myself real quick. I've been in the digital marketing space since 2009. I'm the author of two books, The Ultimate Internet Guide for Automotive Service Businesses, How to Triple Your Sales in Record Time. And my first book was Triple Your Sales and Grow Your Business, The Ultimate Internet Marketing Guide to Grow Your Business Online. We are also the producers of Top Shop Podcast, where we interview industry leaders in the automotive repair space, which is what most other podcasts do, but we do something different. We look for auto repair shop owners that have been in the business 10 years or longer, and we interview them. Why 10 years? Because research shows 80% of shops fail within the first 5 years. And another 80% of those shops fail within the next 5 years. So an auto repair shop owner that's been in business over 10 years, only 4% make it. They've proven to us that they've been able to be successful just by standing the test of time, and their insights can be extremely beneficial to other repair shop owners. We're also the issuer of the Golden Wrench Award, recognizing people who have contributed greatly to the automotive industry. There are a lot of individuals in our industry that have dedicated their life to it and have contributed significantly, and therefore we provide the Golden Wrench Award to select individuals that meet our criteria and make it through the selection process. If you or somebody you know has made significant contributions to the automotive industry, I urge you to go to goldenwrenchaward.com. I'll toss that link in the chat right now. And go ahead and nominate the person that you know and give them the opportunity to receive this prestigious award. A lot of times, people work really hard in their careers. They're authors, they're executive directors or presidents of associations or trade groups, and they really appreciate the acknowledgement of their contributions. And this is a great way for us really to give back to the automotive community. I made this a very interactive experience. Before we proceed, just a couple of housekeeping items. Please turn off your cell phones and Facebook. If you're serious about getting better results for your website and your shop, let's give this your undivided attention for the next 30 to 45 minutes. I will provide you with very specific actionable insights on how you can improve your website's conversion rates. Let me know in the comments if you're okay with that. Just give me a quick one so I know everybody's here and focused and paying attention. Just a quick one in the comments. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. We've got a great workbook for you, which makes it possible for you to easily track along with me and enter your notes. This is part of our overall digital dominance method, where we feel that to maximize your lead flow online, you have to have a great website built to convert visitors to book jobs. Show up organically in the non-paid listings, drive traffic with local service ads or Google ads, have retargeting in place to be in front of those prospects that leave the page but don't convert right then. Have marketing automation in place and show up in all the places that your clients and potential customers are looking. This is our digital dominance method to maximize your lead flow online. Today, we'll focus on your foundation, which is your website, making sure it's built to convert. This is the bottleneck at which all of your other marketing will either perform well or not perform well. I want to let you know right away that the strategies that I'm about to share with you come from the latest research. A couple of years ago, they found out that 20 to 60% of the traffic that goes to most websites leaves unconverted. This caused a flurry of research to discover what can be done to make sure that we can get websites to convert better. Most of what the research came up with was subconscious in the mind of the consumer. And the biggest was speed to lead. You're 21 times more likely to get a booked job if you can get back to that potential lead within 5 minutes. So we'll be discussing lead follow-up automation software. This is one of the hottest topics in digital marketing today. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of things, shall we? These sessions should always be framed with a problem, right? What's the point of learning about conversion if there isn't a problem to solve? So many of you are making big investments in marketing. You're investing in branding and marketing, and you're spending a lot of money on website SEO, pay-per-click, and pay-per-click advertising. Many of you have even tried different companies to do these approaches and strategies for you. And it's frustrating because you're getting traffic, because you're paying for ads, you're paying for Google ads or Facebook ads, but not enough leads, not enough qualified leads that turn into paying customers, and oftentimes you have a low return on investment. I talk to many automotive service shop owners each week, and they say they spend thousands of dollars on online marketing, but many only generate enough to break even, if that. And a lot of them, they can't really tell me what their exact return on investment was for the amount they were spending. And those are the ones I say immediately, stop spending money. They're spending money on marketing, but the results just aren't there. It can be super frustrating when you're trying everything, but it's just not working. Give me a 1 in the comments if you've experienced this at some level. If you've experienced this before, if you feel like you're spending money, but you're not getting where you want to go. You're willing to put the money into the online marketing, but the results just aren't there. The most expensive problem to solve right now is finding good technicians and getting them trained. Usually that's the big bottleneck in this business. The one thing you can't afford is a marketing strategy that leaves your shop half full, because technicians can find jobs elsewhere and they will leave. And that can become a massive problem for you. That's why it's essential to focus on what we're going to discuss today. Generating leads is critical because it's the only way to grow, serve the community, and maintain a thriving business. Our goal for today's session is to ensure that you have a great website, a compelling website built to convert visitors into leads. More importantly, these leads should turn into booked jobs, which will provide a steady stream of revenue for your business. With a full schedule and increased lead flow, you'll keep your techs busy, and you'll have the confidence to recruit new techs and expand your business. Generating leads and having the ability to turn them into new customers will provide you with the momentum and the consistent growth required to take your business to the next level. Our ultimate goal is to get the phones ringing and the business booming. What we're going to discuss in the next few minutes is how to take the traffic you're already getting to your website and convert it into more booked jobs without adding to your advertising budget. Okay, so your website really is the hub. If you think about your marketing strategy as a whole, whether it's print ads, Facebook ads, PPC, SEO, etc., the reality is everybody, before they convert, which means they'll pick up the phone and call, or they submit a form, or they start a chat on your website, they're going to wind up on your website. So the website really has to be honed and built to convert. Otherwise, you'll literally be hemorrhaging leads and opportunities. So let's talk about why conversion is so important. Say you have 1,500 visitors a month coming to your website via whatever channel, SEO, paid search, organic, whatever, and you convert at a rate of 5%. I've looked at a lot of auto service companies' businesses, and on average, they'll convert anywhere from 5 to 15%. So if you look at how many visitors go to your site and then how many actually call or call in or fill out a form, that's about the average. Let's say your website's not performing well and it's at the lower spectrum, around 5%. That would give you around 75 calls or leads. So let's say that your conversion from lead to book job, in other words, your conversion rate from lead to book job is like 30%. That would mean that you have 22 booked jobs. Let's say your average transaction is $450. I know a lot of you have a much higher transaction value than that, but that's just what we use for an example. But that would have you generating about $10,000 in revenue for that traffic that's already existing, that's already getting to your website. So let's turn the tables and imagine that we could generate an equal amount of traffic without spending an extra dollar on advertisements or SEO. Suppose we could increase that to 15%. And I'll show you the most important conversion elements of a website to achieve those rates in this workshop. Let us assume, for instance, that you can increase your conversion rate from 5 to 15% without changing anything else. This would generate 225 leads or calls. Keeping the conversion rate constant at 30%, you would have 67 booked jobs, and maintaining the average transaction value of $450, you would have $30,000 in revenue, which is a massive increase from $10,000. Therefore, I believe it's crucial to optimize your website's conversion rate, as you can triple your leads and revenue just by focusing on this one vitally important task. So let's make sure every visitor becomes more valuable, generating more bookings and revenue for your shop. Suppose your website is converting at a low rate and you're losing potential customers. In that case, you must make some modifications to improve it. There are numerous methods to accomplish this. One approach is to provide a very modern and current website design. When the consumer sees a modern current website, they subconsciously assume the same about your shop. Another method to get your website to convert better immediately is to provide clear and convincing social proof right at the top of the loading part of the home page of your website. Additionally, make sure that your website has a sufficient number of calls to action, known as CTAs, on your home page and your most important relevant pages. A CTA should be under every body of text or image. I'd like to share an example of how this strategy worked for one of our clients, Northwest Collision Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. Greg came to us with a website that lacked personality and authenticity, making it hard for him to stand out from his competitors, despite having a really well-known brand in his marketplace. So here's the old site. We redesigned their site using the key elements that I'm discussing in today's workshop, including personality, authenticity, and conversion-focused design. Here's the new website. The results were pretty impressive, as his revenues were at $350,000 a month when he hired us to over $500,000 a month in the first 24 months with our company, and he's at $650,000 a month in his third year with us. Greg wanted us to focus on Tesla auto body repair, as he's licensed to repair Tesla vehicles. Once we got him to the top of Google in the 4 markets that he paid us to get him at the top, once we got him to the top of Google in the 4 markets that he was pursuing, they were able to see a significant increase in bookings and revenues. This case is a great example of what's possible. Arnold Auto was with another digital marketing company for years, and they could never get off of page 2 of Google. This was his old website, and this is his new website. We got him ranked number 1 in Google Organic and the Map Pack within the first 3 months. And this has caused a significant increase in his phone calls. Now let's discuss the 12 critical factors that will help your website convert better. I'll talk about this at a real high level, and then I'll show you some examples. First and foremost, make sure that your website speaks to your target avatar, which basically is your ideal customer that you want to work with. Identifying their fears and frustrations and why they should choose your shop over the competition. Many auto service websites are technically heavy or SEO-centric, filled with keywords and technical terms. Instead, focus on your customers' problems and what they're looking for. Speak to them through the messaging and imagery on your website to increase your conversion rate. So really think about the messaging on the page itself. The second factor is authenticity. To connect with your customers, you need to use real and authentic images of yourself, your team, your technicians, your building, your waiting area, your dog, your goldfish. Customers like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So prioritize effectiveness over aesthetics, as both are important, but effectiveness always overrides aesthetics. Those pictures that you see on some websites of the smiling family or the technician in a spotless jumpsuit holding a wrench, these pictures may look good, but customers want to see the real company behind the website. They want to have the feeling that your shop will provide quality work and stand behind that work, and that you're legitimate. This authenticity will have a big impact on conversion. Number 3, using video and multimedia on your website is essential. More and more people prefer to watch videos. A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth 1,000,000. With today's technology, you can shoot a quick video either standing in front of your building or on your shop floor, welcoming visitors to your website. In the video, you can introduce your shop, explain how you can help, and mention the areas that you serve. Mention your top services. Quick videos like this on your homepage and your service pages will improve conversion and engage customers. In order to improve your website stick rate, it's important to incorporate multimedia such as pictures and videos. This will encourage visitors to stay longer, boosting your SEO rankings by indicating to Google that your page is relevant to the user's search and the users are finding your content engaging. Furthermore, multimedia content such as videos of yourself or of your services will significantly increase your conversion rates, as visitors will be more likely to contact you and choose your services over that of competitors. So consider creating a welcome video for your homepage, as well as videos for each one of your services. By creating a short video for each one of your services, you will seriously increase the amount of time that people stay on your web pages. This is noticed by Google and is one of the 200 various ranking factors that they look at. Not only will this help with conversions, but it'll also be featured on YouTube, which will further boost your SEO rankings. A quick video explaining why a customer should consider you or contact you over the competition can be effective. Speaking to the customer it's a simple but effective way to resonate with potential customers and convert more of the leads into book jobs. Number 4 is, in order to make your website more effective, we should leverage social proof. This means that most every potential new customer will likely conduct a search to find out more about your shop. They'll look at reviews on Carfax, Yelp, or Google and see how many reviews you have, your average rating, and what customers are saying about your shop and your services. It's imperative that you leverage that social proof. It's important to have these reviews accessible on your website so people can easily see that you're a legitimate company. It's called social proof. Research shows the best place to put your social proof, your reviews, is in the header image of your website. This way, the moment your website loads, you just sent a subconscious signal to your potential customer that you're a trustworthy shop. The reason for the reviews in the header image is mobile. Number 5, you want to make sure that you have the absolute basics in order. Now, make sure that your website includes a phone number in the upper right-hand corner on every single page and a web form for people to contact you. And make sure the phone number has a call to action, like call us today, call us now. Everybody has their own preferred communication method. And many people may not want to call. They may just want to fill out a form and they wait for you to call them back. Be sure to get back to them within 5 minutes or that lead is cold and they probably hired somebody else. You can add credibility factors to your website, such as Better Business Bureau or any affiliations such as the Auto Service Association, AMI, AMRA, Automotive Maintenance Repair Association, MAP, Motorist Assurance Program, Automotive Management Network. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. You want to have these affiliations on your website. Number 6, it's also crucial to have clear calls to action, which tell visitors what to do next. Instead of just writing about your services, you should include specific calls to action, such as click here to schedule service or call us at this number for more information. At the end of every block of text, there must be a clear call to action, or it's also known as a CTA in the industry. 7, it's also a good idea to offer special promotions or coupons to encourage people to use your services. 8 is another important factor to consider is mobile optimization. More than 70% of traffic to auto service companies' websites is from mobile devices, so your website needs to be optimized for mobile viewing. When customers need automotive services, they're typically on their mobile phones, not sitting at their computer, which is why it's essential to have a mobile-friendly website with a call to action function that loads very fast. To accommodate busy consumers, you want to make sure that your website is easily accessible from a mobile device and can quickly connect them to your services. Number 9 is incorporating a live chat function on your website. This is one of the most valuable ways to communicate with customers. In recent years, there has been a big shift toward customers preferring text-based communication over phone calls. Text messaging is often seen as easier and less time-consuming than phone calls, making it the preferred method of communication for many people. It's at 22% right now. Would you choose a text over a phone call to solve a problem? It's personal, but let us know in the chat. Type in a 1 for text or a 2 for a phone call. Okay, today's customer would prefer to engage with you with two-way text. Like I said, 22% is the number and it's growing each year. When most consumers are presented with the choice of text or call, many will opt for text messaging. However, I feel calls are better as you can, talk to people into booking much easier than the chat, but the chat will start the conversation, and that's why it's such an important point, contact. We still want phone calls, but we should know that your next generation consumer would rather do text. If you don't have that option for them, and they can click to the next company's website and see the opportunity to text and schedule their appointment right there without having to talk to anybody, they're going to go to somebody else. This could be a reason that you're losing some of your book jobs. 10 is we want to give them the option to book online. The technology exists now with most all of the shop management software programs where you can show your calendar online. If you're not doing online booking, you can expect around a 20% increase in book jobs just by getting online booking on your website. Number 11 is site speed. If your site doesn't load in 3 seconds or less, you're going to be losing visitors, especially on mobile devices. If they click on your site and it doesn't load extremely quickly, even if they're on 3G, when they're out in the backyard, it's going to hurt your conversion rates, and it's also going to hurt your SEO ranking. Site speed is super important. Last but not least, we want to engage via SMS, phone, and automation marketing. We're thinking about how to maximize conversion, not just from visitor to lead, but from lead to book job. We want to make sure that we're putting some automations in place. When someone calls and we miss the call, they'll receive a text message right away. If they fill out a form with their contact details, we follow up within 5 minutes via phone, SMS, and email. It's important to follow up quickly because leads that aren't followed up within 5 minutes tend to go to a competitor. You can fully automate the speed of your follow-up and multiple touches, which helps you book more jobs. We call it the speed to lead advantage, and most automotive service businesses are missing this. Successfully implementing just this one thing will increase your revenues. You want to make sure that you're leveraging technology and that this technology exists now. You can automate the speed in which you follow up. Also automate multiple touches where that lead can get emails or text messages from you from those leads that don't book right away. I know it's hard to understand this concept just through bullet points, but let me know if you're following along with me. Just put a 1 in the comments if you would, please. Oh, great. Seeing lots of ones. Are you following along? Great. What is the most successful element of the overall success or failure of your marketing efforts? It's whether your website is optimized to convert. I want to show you real-life visuals and the results when you get this right. Let me show you one of our clients, Arnold Auto, located in Ogden, Utah. Let me pull up their website. The first thing that you'll notice on their website is the personality and the authenticity front and center. The owner of the business is Chad. This makes you feel like you're dealing with a real solid company. You can easily book an appointment and access their phone number. These are some of the conversion elements that can infuse your site to improve your conversion rates. Just on this homepage, you have everything that you need to make a buying decision. You have personality, authenticity, phone number in the upper right-hand corner, schedule in for booking. You've got social proof front and center. So let's talk about the psychological things that your customers are trying to solve before they reach out to you. The average conversion rates for auto service businesses are around 3 to 5%. Now, the example that I'm going to show you is extraordinary. Most people say, oh, you can't get websites to convert at over 20%. The principles and techniques that I'm showing you in this webinar are not common knowledge. The psychological research into how to climb into the mind of the consumer and build immediate trust when a web page loads to get these kind of conversions is out there on the internet, but it's not easy to find. Website design schools do not teach the psychology behind how to get people to convert or to buy from web pages. Now, you might be asking, how do I get my website to convert like that? I do have a great resource for you guys. We have a cheat sheet to go along with this webinar. Just go to the address that you see on this slide or use the QR code. It'll take you to a page where you can download the Ultimate Internet Marketing Checklist for Automotive Service Companies. This checklist has the power to radically transform your shop. Just go on the list and check off everything that you know that you've got nailed. You know that you're doing really good, that you're on top of it. And then mark off or circle all the things that you're unsure of or you need to find out more information about. By focusing on making sure that you're able to check off most everything on this list, by the time you get done, you will not have the same shop that you have now. I'll guarantee that. And your shop's digital presence will be in the top 1 to 3% of shops nationwide, because there's one thing that most shops have in common that are really growing. It's that they can check off just about everything on this list, if not everything. The next important thing is really making sure that you're jumping on those opportunities when they arise and converting them into book jobs at the highest level. So we firmly believe that if you can see your customers through their eyes, then you can sell what they buy. We have to get our message correct on that home page. What are the benefits of dealing with your shop compared to your competitors? Building trust is imperative. Doing it through a website that has social proof front and center, mentions of national automotive associations that your shop is affiliated with, authentic imagery, reviews front and center. It screams subconsciously to the consumer that you are the place to do business with. Now give me one in the comments if you think that your competitors have their website set up like this. If they don't, and you're the one shop in your marketplace that has your website set up to convert better than your competitors, guess who gets the business? Very few companies have their reviews right on the top loading part of their website. And it's imperative that you do have reviews on other key pages also, because you want to keep setting a constant reminder that you're a great shop to do business with. So this is an action webinar. I'm providing information that you can implement right away. So why don't you pick 3 things? Go ahead and write down right now 3 things that you can implement right now. If you want more business, you just remember the old saying, keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. Here's why I think that lead conversion is the big issue. Leads that don't get followed up within 5 minutes go or less go cold. The average customer now, today, needs to be touched 5 to 7 times before they book with you. Specifically, I'm talking about those customers that didn't convert right there on the first call. Most shop owners only take the initial call booked. If the customer calls in and says yes, you put them on the schedule. If they didn't book right then on the call, there's no one calling them back or no software following up with them to see if they got their issue resolved. So most shop owners leave most of their potential book jobs on the table. Lastly, most of today's consumers prefer to interact via text message versus phone call or email. So here's the solution. Marketing automation now exists where you can leverage automation to follow up with your forms in 2 minutes. Every single form that comes in can have automation set up, so as soon as they submit the form, they immediately get a text message. Hi, we're in receipt of your request and someone will call you back shortly. And then you call them back within a few minutes. How it works is we can set it up where you get a phone call and it'll say, hey, you have a lead. Someone just filled out a form. You have a lead. Press 1 to connect. When you press 1, it'll automatically dial out to the person who just submitted the form. Remember, many of today's customers would prefer to interact via a text rather than phone call or email. One thing we can do with automation is to catch unconverted leads, such as those that did not respond to your email or didn't book right away. We can set up automations to check in with them tomorrow. Say something like, hey, you had expressed an interest in blank. Did you still need help with that? Since it's a text message, it's easier for them to write back and say if they're still interested. And remember, texts get responded. 95% of texts get responded to within 3 minutes. So from there, you can send follow-up messages and even schedule a time for them. This automatic touching can continue up until they either book or they tell you they're no longer interested. If you had this automation in place where every lead was followed up within 5 minutes or less, and every unconverted lead was touched via phone, email, and especially text message at least 5 times, would you convert at a higher level? So just a few tweaks to how your website is set up and how you conduct lead follow-up can have major dramatic changes in your revenues. So let us know if you have any questions or if you need any help implementing any of these proven strategies. You can schedule a discovery call with us if you're interested. You can just go to our website. It's autorepairseo.com and click on the schedule discovery call button. You can also reach us at 877-237-6969. So if you guys have any questions at all about anything digital, please don't hesitate to call us. That's why we're here. We're as much an educational company as a digital marketing company because we have to make sure that our clients understand exactly what's being done and how it affects them. So once again, that discovery call is the fastest way to get accurate information about your specific shop and your website in your specific market. If that sounds interesting, you can go to autorepair.com/discovery schedule, and pick a time. Here are the links to all of today's free resources. If you'd like us to email you these links, just type in the comments, send links, and we will get them right out to you. For anyone with further questions, feel free to reach out to us. We have provided you with what we feel are the most valuable and actionable insights that you can do to improve your shop's digital presence. It once was said that knowledge is power, and that's incorrect because someone came along and made a correction to that statement. Applied knowledge is power, and I agree with that statement. It's only when we apply what we've learned and make changes can we expect different results. When we do different things, we can expect different results. I'm sure everyone has heard that statement. Do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So anyway, thanks for your valuable time and your attention. Have a great day.